As said, Trisha's behavior wasn't appropriate and I can understand why it would bother Nick, but it didn't strike me as dangerous or out of character. She didn't follow up with him on plans to collaborate. Unreliable and flaky. But Nick said he was okay with that. She sent DMs to drama channels who asked, kinda trashy but not edited like Nick claims, and not at the time that he claims either. She goes on to a stream with some of these channels and mentions him. Expected, not to the degree he claims, and not necessarily maliciously either. The only real thing that there is to complain about here is that she misframes the situation when talking about it and appears to dismiss the contact they had, which is unfair. But as said, I don't think it makes her some calculated mastermind, and even some of that was taken out of context.
I'm just putting it out there because you put it out there for 2.5 years, how you felt about me. This is how I feel about you. You hurt me. And, I don't want to play this game. I don't want to play dog and bone, smoke and mirrors, whipping out cards and brushing things under the rug. Just turn on the camera, remind all your viewers that the internet is real, that your feelings and the things you say to other humans are real, and that includes me.
But Nick, without a doubt, was masterclassing these exposed videos. In his second video, he even retracts his points about the clips because people found the context for them and still manages to convey the necessity for the existence of this upload. Eventually, he goes in on Trisha for her antics regarding a breakup that happened months before.
Everything must have been taken out of context. Remember when I said she's going to smoke and mirrors, throw another bone, make the dogs run this way? Guess who decides to have that monumental breakdown about a breakup that happened 3 or 4 months ago? That's right, Trisha posts a breakdown about Jason. Didn't she just say she wishes him well and loves him? Didn't she just say something about his dick or something? All of a sudden, now she's really, really sad. I almost feel like she got the sadness for knowing that she effed up, saw everyone coming at her in the corner, got all emotional, and used that emotion to tap into her feelings about Jason. I mean, she's an actress. She's a self-proclaimed actress. She has been on so many TV shows with different personalities. I remember watching an interview where she said, I want to be someone that you don't know who I really am. That's fucked up when it involves hurting other people.
Initially, this was stupefying to me because he was calling out Trisha for something that had been a part of his brand for years, claiming that it's some elaborate ploy, when in fact, it's completely the opposite. The timing is so unbelievably awful that no half-intelligent, manipulative person would make such a video, and people called it out without Nick's help. Trisha's eventual response video would be called I'm Cancelled Again, a reference to the number of times this happens. Nick knows this too well and yet frames it like some revelation.
People were on it from the get-go, and then she decided to just ban all comments, ban all ability to thumbs up or thumbs down. I mean, if you stand by what you say and believe in, you will always leave that open. And for the majority of Trisha's channel, she always has. I mean, I can think of probably one video where she actually banned people from being able to share their thoughts on her page. This screams guilty louder than anything.
Nick had the tea, but the tea was tainted, and Trisha's eventual response video, although flawed, did illuminate that.
You know, Woody Allen still freaking works. You know what I mean? Like, Roman Polanski. Did he do something wrong? Yeah, he did something wrong.
Wait, wrong clip. It happens at this time of the video.
He said, everyone keeps telling me to make a video about you. I just watched your vid about Sean. I'm so sorry for everything you went through. I don't know when the best time is to ask, but you talked about getting closure, being upfront, being a professional, and I'd really appreciate if you gave me a little closure too. I don't know you. I don't owe you closure. Chalk me up as to some flaky lunatic YouTuber. That's what I do. I meet so many freaking YouTubers and so many people that are flaky and crazy, and I'm just like, oh, that's just a crazy person. I'm just gonna, you know, closure is something when a friend dumps you after 10 years. Closure is something after someone's cheated on you and trying to find out why. And you like, that's when someone owes you something because you put in so much time and energy. Like,
it may have been common courtesy to tell someone about their position, but Trisha didn't want to and is okay with being judged on that basis. I don't think her response is the strongest because I think you need to accept some fault. She acted incredibly enthusiastically towards his works and then just stopped responding. It probably did confuse him and lead him on. And she did trash talk a bit in future streams. But over the space of 2 rather erratic videos, she provides an explanation for a majority of her actions.
So, Mal, I don't know what else to say. I'm down. This is the other reason why I'm just like so scared to even say I'm always down. But like I said, when things change, they change. And like, yeah, at the time I would go on now and talk about it because at the time he did say I paid for a ticket. Everyone's like, he didn't say that. Well, he did. I didn't edit out anything. I screenshotted. I'm not an editor.
Whether you think these explanations justify her point of view is down to you. And yet, a day after Trisha's second video mentioning the situation, Nick uploads another 18-minute video, and it is the worst. The first 2 minutes in particular are shocking, and you can literally play Trisha's clips from the videos that Nick is responding to as many responses to his points.
I did move on. It happened, and I never said anything. Why didn't she move on when she talked about me over and over and over and over?
Show 'em all. I don't know what else to say. I'm down. This is the other reason why I'm just like so scared to even say I'm always down. But like I said, when things change, they change. And like, yeah, at the time I would go on now and talk about it because at the time he did say I paid for a ticket. Everyone's like, he didn't say that. Well, he did.
When I was very small, why did she not move on when she accepted my husband's cameo and lied to our faces?
Because I was like, okay, I'm just gonna like let bygones be bygones, water under the bridge. Like I'm gonna be like, good luck, good job on your success. Like I thought it was a cute thing. Like his boyfriend or husband, whoever got it for him,
purposefully tried to ruin my reputation when I was very small. Why did she not move on where she felt the need to entertain rumors about me? Some of the things that she's saying about me that my viewers might be believing, again, this is not for her. She's made it very clear she has no care in the world for me.
So on the now, I was talking to, what was that guy? There's some drama channel, I forget his name. Oh, I forget his name. Honestly, this sounds awful, but I don't care.
And that's fine, I will live with that.
He also showed video where you kept talking about his weight.
I didn't.
More than once.
Okay.
I saw the video. Do you regret that?
But he edited. So on the now, I was talking to, what was that guy? There's some drama channel, I forget his name. Oh, I forget his name. And I literally say, he gained weight. And like, okay, so he got fat. So what? And he edited out the part where I'm like, so what?
I went on Social Blade because I'm a curious George. And your numbers have gone down over the last week by a considerable amount.
Yeah.
Nothing James Charles, but clearly people have not loved your reaction, your response to all this drama. And his video has done very well. It's gotten like 2 million views.
Yeah.
How does that make you feel?
I mean, it like, honestly, this sounds awful, but I don't care because this is something that I am so like, I'm sorry, I felt harassed by him. Like he like kept going DM and
he harassed, he lied.
I felt harassed by him.
It was so insane. It was so insane and so scary to me.
And if you're scared and if you're like a little like, I'm being targeted by a weird she's being targeted by a weird
It's like reverse psychology. She's saying that this is who I am, and by reacting, I'm therefore proving her point. I've never been manipulated like this in my whole life. And that's why this video is hard for me to make.
Nick frames it like he's the victim of some master puppeteering from Trisha Paytas, which is giving her far too much credit. But his narrative worked, and suddenly all of Trisha's belligerence and, to be frank, unreasonability become some intricate maneuver to keep Nick silent. For example,
and tried to ruin my reputation on purpose, and then twist it so that if I react, I'm crazy.
She says he's a little off and gestures to imply he's unhinged, and it is insensitive. And suddenly, it's actually this gaslighting tactic to make him doubt his intentions in making another 18-minute video. But I don't buy it. Gaslighting is built on intent, as we'll soon find out. And I don't believe that Trisha had that intent. I think she saw a person who messaged her a lot, paid $150 for a cameo to use in a video against her before posting another over her failures, and she probably thought he was a bit unstable. Does that mean it's the right thing to say? No, but Nick's narrative that she's some master manipulator is based on the premise that Trisha was just on some campaign of harassment against him and is now trying to silence him, a narrative that doesn't really stand when you consider the flaws in his own. If I was in Trisha's shoes, if I believed that Nick was really that bothered over DMs, he genuinely thought I was out to destroy him and made multiple videos for that reason alone, maybe I'd think he was a little unhinged too. But I don't think that was his motive. I think he was capitalizing on a personal problem that he previously held against a controversial creator, acquiring some reputation points, and grabbing Trisha's attention in that moment too. And to be fair, It worked. Despite Trisha being a master manipulator and Nick being this crazed stalker, Trisha apologized at the start of August and they hashed it out in another mukbang, so maybe they do deserve each other.
Look, like, the internet is so huge. You have such a big following. Like, you just go do you. Like, you're doing so good. Like, I know it's fun to, like, you're getting them views and stuff, like, by going back and forth with me, but, like, honestly, like, and there's some people I'm just done with it. I will never acknowledge again, this person being one of them after today.
I'm truly sorry. I obviously would never have made the cameo if I hated you or had any ill will or any sort of resentment. I didn't realize you still had it towards me, and again, I apologize. I apologize for how everything went down. And I respect what you do, and I applaud your success.
I personally think the only manipulator in this situation was Nick. However, in his mind, the means justified the ends. He had been wronged, he'd righted it, and collected a W in the process. But by collecting a W, Nick set a standard, one that could ultimately do more harm than good.